Type equals. Type SUMIF. Choose the function. For range, select F2 through F401. F4 to lock the range. This column contains the product names. Move to criteria. Type Apple followed by an asterisk inside quotation marks. The asterisk means any characters after Apple. Now move to sum_range. Select I2 through I401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel adds the quantities for Apple iPhone, Apple Watch, and Apple AirPods. Dell laptop and Samsung S25 are not included.
Welcome to Daniel Excel Academy. In this video, you'll learn how to use the SUMIF function with 10 practical examples. We'll start with the basics, then we'll move on to more advanced situations. If you want to master Excel faster, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Before we start, let's quickly understand what the SUMIF function does. SUMIF stands for sum if. It adds numbers only when a specific condition is met. For example, you have a sales report with hundreds of records. Instead of adding all the sales amounts, you may only want the sales for John, or the sales department, or products that start with Apple. That's exactly what SUMIF does. It finds the records that match your condition and then adds the corresponding values. The syntax is simple. SUMIF, open parenthesis, range, criteria, sum_range, close parenthesis. Let's look at each argument. The range is where Excel checks the condition. The criteria is what Excel is looking for. It can be text, a number, a comparison, or even a value from another cell. The sum_range contains the numbers that Excel will add. If a row matches the condition, its value is included. If it doesn't, Excel ignores it. In this video, we'll learn SUMIF through 10 real-world examples. We'll use the function arguments dialog box so you can clearly understand each argument step by step. Let's get started with our first example. Number 1. Sum sales by employee. Our first example is calculating total sales for each employee. The employee names are listed in column B. The sales amounts are in column H. On the right side, employee names are listed in column K. We want Excel to calculate the total sales for each employee in column L. Click cell L2. Type an equal sign. Type SUMIF. Double-click SUMIF from the list. The function arguments dialog box appears. The first argument is range. This is the range that contains the employee names. Select from B2 through B401. F4 to lock the range. Next is criteria. Click cell K2. This cell contains the employee name we want to calculate. Now move to sum_range. Select from H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel returns the total sales for Linda. Now drag the fill handle downward. Excel automatically calculates the total sales for every employee. Very simple. Number 2. Sum sales by region. Next, let's calculate total sales by region. Click cell L2. Type an equal sign. Type SUMIF. Choose SUMIF. The function arguments dialog box opens. For range, select from C2 through C401. F4 to lock the range. This column contains the regions. For criteria, click cell K2. This cell contains East. For sum_range, select from H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel calculates the total sales for the East region. Copy the formula downward. Now, every region has its own total sales. Number 3. Sum sales by product code. Now, let's calculate sales by product code. Click cell L2. Type equals. Type SUMIF. Select the function. In range, select E2 through E401. F4 to lock the range. These are the product codes. For criteria, click K2. For sum_range, select H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel returns the total sales for product code P003. Copy the formula down. Now, Excel calculates the sales for every product code. Number 4. Sum sales by department. Our next example is total sales by department. Click cell L2. Type equals. Type SUMIF. Choose the function. For range, select D2 through D401. F4 to lock the range. This column contains department names. For criteria, click K2. For sum_range, select H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel calculates the total sales for the IT department. Copy the formula downward. Each department now has its own total sales. Now you already know how SUMIF works with text conditions. In the next part, we'll learn how to calculate quantities, work with numbers, use comparison operators, ignore blank cells, and use wildcard characters. Those are the techniques you'll use most often in real work. Number 5. Sum quantity by product name. Now let's calculate the total quantities sold for each product. Notice that this time we are not adding sales amounts. Instead, we are adding quantities. Click cell L2. Type an equal sign. Type SUMIF. Select the SUMIF function. The function arguments dialog box appears. For range, select from F2 through F401. F4 to lock the range. This column contains the product names. Move to Criteria. Click cell K2. This cell contains the first product name. Now go to sum_range. Select from I2 through I401. F4 to lock the range. Column I contains the quantities. Click OK. Excel returns the total quantity sold for Apple Watch. Drag the formula down. Now every product has its total quantity. Notice that we changed the sum_range. Instead of column H, we used column I. That is the flexibility of the SUMIF function. Number 6. Sum amount greater than 1,000. Now let's work with comparison operators. Our goal is to calculate the total sales amount greater than 1,000. Click cell K2. Type an equal sign. Type SUMIF. Select the function. The function arguments dialog box opens. For range, select from H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Because the condition is based on the sales amount itself, move to Criteria. Type greater than 1,000 inside quotation marks. Now move to sum_range. Again, select from H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel adds only the values greater than 1,000. Every value less than or equal to 1,000 is ignored. Number 7. Sum amount less than or equal to 1,000. Now let's change the condition. This time, we want to calculate all sales amounts less than or equal to 1,000. Click cell K2. Type an equal sign. Type SUMIF. Choose the function. For range, select H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. For criteria, type less than or equal to 1,000 inside quotation marks. For sum_range, select H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel now adds only the values that are 1,000 or less. Changing the comparison operator changes the result immediately. Number 8. Sum amount where customer is not blank. In many reports, some rows contain blank cells. SUMIF can easily ignore them. Click cell K2. Type equals. Type SUMIF. Choose the function. For range, select G2 through G401. F4 to lock the range. This column contains customer names. Move to criteria. Type less than, greater than, inside quotation marks. These two symbols together mean not blank. Now go to sum_range. Select H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel adds only the sales amounts where the customer name is not blank. Rows with empty customer names are excluded automatically. This is one of the most useful SUMIF techniques for cleaning reports. So far, we have learned text conditions, number conditions, comparison operators, and non-blank conditions. Next, we'll explore wildcard characters and dynamic criteria. These are powerful techniques for building professional Excel reports. Number 9. Sum quantity for product beginning with Apple. Now let's learn how to use wildcard characters. Our goal is to calculate the total quantity for every product whose name begins with Apple. Click cell K2. Type equals. Type SUMIF. Choose the function. For range, select F2 through F401. F4 to lock the range. This column contains the product names. Move to criteria. Type Apple followed by an asterisk inside quotation marks. The asterisk means any characters after Apple. Now move to sum_range. Select I2 through I401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel adds the quantities for Apple iPhone, Apple Watch, and Apple AirPods. Dell laptop and Samsung S25 are not included. Wildcards make SUMIF much more flexible. Number 10. Criteria from another cell. Our final example uses a dynamic criterion. Instead of typing the employee name inside the formula, we'll let Excel read it from another cell. Click cell L2. Type equals. Type SUMIF. Choose the function. For range, select B2 through B401. F4 to lock the range. Move to criteria. Click cell N2. This cell contains the employee name.
Now go to sum_range. Select H2 through H401. F4 to lock the range. Click OK. Excel returns the total sales for John. Now change the value in cell N2. For example, change John to Emma. Press Enter. Notice that the result updates automatically. This is the best way to build interactive reports. You only change one cell, and Excel recalculates everything.
Excellent! Today, you learned 10 practical ways to use the SUMIF function. You learned how to calculate totals by employee, region, product code, department, product name, comparison operators, blank and non-blank cells, wildcard characters, and dynamic criteria. Once you master SUMIF, creating Excel reports becomes much faster and much easier. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Daniel Excel Academy for more practical Excel tutorials. Download the practice workbook from the link in the description and try every example yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.